First off, I just want to thank everybody for being here on a short notice. Certainly these last few days have been a difficult time for me and challenging, but I do appreciate you and want to share a few words with you if I can. The reason why we're all here. In April 2003, about 2 weeks shy of my 21st birthday, after being selected in the 3rd round, I arrived in Dallas for the rookie minicamp. My first practice, the great Bill Parcells didn't say a lick to me. Then on the final day of that minicamp, about halfway through the practice, he looked at me and he said in a way that only Bill can, "If you trust me, I know the formula for tight ends." I gave him a nod, said, "Yes, sir," the way my granddad had taught me. I finished the camp and then spent all summer back in Tennessee thinking about what Bill had said. I couldn't wait to get back to training camp and discover this formula. So we went to training camp, and other than a few colorful butt chewings directed my way, I realized that Bill wasn't as eager to share that formula. At that point, I wasn't so sure if he thought my name was some explicit or a Witten. Well, we get to October playing the Arizona Cardinals. It's the 4th quarter. I catch a pass over the middle, and it was hit immediately by Ronald McKinnon and Ray Thompson. The kind of pain that I didn't even know existed. I had broken my jaw. Right after the game, I had surgery, 3 plates put in my jaw, spent a couple days in the hospital, and now it was Wednesday morning. I'm in the training room, learning how to basically eat through the straw. Bill walks in, looks at me, says, "I had a tight end up in New York. He had one of those jaws. Mark Bavaro. He missed 1 game. And I'm just telling you, the best ones, they find a way." And listen to me, Witten, look at me now. You got to realize that I've been waiting for this moment for quite some time. I just didn't realize it would happen when I was laid up with a broken jaw. He says, "Durability and dependability in this league, in this business, it's invaluable." And I never forgot that. For the past 15 years, every practice, every film session, every notebook I filled, every ounce of sweat, I did so because of my love and drive for the game of football. And I tried my absolute best to be dependable. Dependable to my teammates, to my coaches, to my family, and to all those that were cheering us on. I don't know that I ever perfected that formula, but I do know I gave it everything I had. When my time as a Dallas Cowboy football player is over, I can only hope that the men and women in these hallways will say that I was a fine and decent man, tried to do things the right way, and that I was dependable. There's an old saying in pro football, the circus doesn't stay in town forever. And when you're young, I think it takes it on to meaning that when your opportunity comes, grab it. And as you get older, I think you realize there's a deeper meaning. No man knows when his time has come to walk away. Now I'm no different. It has been said, whether right or wrong, better 3 hours too soon than a minute
he was
too
all
late.
choky at first.
The man who insists on seeing the perfect clearness before he decides, he never decides. Accept life, and you cannot accept regret. After much self-reflection, prayer, and faith, today I've decided that the time has come for me to pass the torch
The
to
GOAT.
the next generation of Dallas Cowboys and retire from the National Football League.
Ouch.
I was never the most talented, never the flashiest. I relied on grit. Other players might have been more talented, but I can assure you, no one was going to outwork me. Whenever young kids come up to me and ask me, "How do you grow up and play for the Dallas Cowboys and have that type of career?" my answer was always the same. The secret is in the dirt. I learned early on in my life, through many challenges, that I could change my circumstances with hard work, but I'd have to be willing to go out and earn it. The sheer concentration that is required to pursue a dream, you see, it's not for everyone, but it was for me. I yearned for the daily grind, and I couldn't get enough of it. With that, I never allowed my mind to drift to a place to think of what this day would look like for me. I never wanted this day to come, but it does come for all of us. My mindset has always been that they'd probably have to drag me off the field, and I was okay with that. There's a scripture in the good book from Colossians 3:23 that I used to reference a lot throughout my career. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart. It's working for the Lord. I certainly realized just how fortunate that I was to be dealt an awfully good hand by the good Lord above. To all the Dallas Cowboys fans around the world, for 15 years I tried to represent you the right way, bring you joy, and win you a championship. And while I leave today falling short of that mark, I hope that along the way I made you proud to be a Dallas Cowboys fan. During the high times and low times, the handwritten notes I would receive in the mail from around the world, military bases, hospitals, to Pop Warner leagues. Please know how much that meant to me and inspired me. It was never lost on me the responsibility that is bestowed upon us as members of the NFL, certainly as the Dallas Cowboys. To all my teammates over the years, I know I was demanding. I know there was many days when you probably wanted to pop me pretty good. But I hope you know that it was because I care. I know that as the years pass, the catches, the yards, the touchdowns, all that'll fade. But what won't ever go away is that feeling, that brotherhood in the locker room. Every day when my car pulled into the facility, I got that knot in my stomach. Not because I was anxious or because I was worried. It happened because I knew when I walked in, I was going to challenge myself, my teammates, my coaches, and that entire organization to get better that day. And I also got that feeling because of you guys, my teammates. I never wanted to let you down. The locker room, those bonds that we have, that's what drives you. When I arrived here in 2003, little did I know the types of guys that I would be able to meet. Many times over the years, I would wake up in the morning, jump out of bed, catch myself saying, how lucky am I to be able to play the game of football for the Dallas Cowboys and learn from guys like Darren Witten, Larry Allen, Dat Wynn, to the guys I spent most of this ride with, DeMarcus Ware, Miles Austin, Sean Lee, Orlando Scandrick, Des Bryant, DeMarco Murray, Mark Colombo, Doug Free, and so many more. I'm forever grateful to you.
What about Tony Romo?
To the young bucks that are here.
Is he there?
Dak Prescott, Zeke Elliott,
I don't know.
Zach Martin, Travis Frederick, Tyron Smith, Tyrone Crawford, Jeff Heath, D. Law. You men energize me. These last 4 or 5 years have been special, and I'm proud of what we did together. Now it's your turn to lead. I know you're ready, and you've earned that right and respect. I challenge you to take it to the next level and do it in a way that make all of us proud. To the Dallas Cowboys players that came before me, you guys are the standard. Guys like Roger Staubach, Bob Lilly, Drew Pearson, Troy Aiken, Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith, Darrell Johnson. The list goes on. I say thank you. I tried my damnedest to make you proud. To quarterback Tony Romo.
Oh, there's
It
Romo.
happens over a long period of time, all of a sudden, doesn't
I
it?
knew we wouldn't forget him.
From the first day on that bus in 2003, only in our wildest dreams could we have imagined what the next 15 years of our lives would look like. Tony, I would not have become the player I did without you. Thank you. To all the Dallas Cowboys personnel and staff, Jim, Britt, Greg, Mike, Bucky, Joe Jurassic, Iron Mike, Besh, You kept me put together for 15 years. I know I was a pain in your you-know-what many mornings and late nights. And I certainly know the sacrifices each of you made for me to stay on that field and only miss one game over the course of my career. I hope you guys know how much you mean to me and how much I'll miss you. To Rich, Emily, Marilyn, so many others as support staff, you guys know who you are. Thank you for working tirelessly on my behalf. To my trusted counsel over the years, Jimmy Sexton, Coach Fulmer, Scott Sexton, Ryan Altizer, thank you. To all my coaches throughout the years, I salute you. At home, I can assure you, I've filled hundreds of notebooks from over the years. Each of those has input and philosophies from all of you that I've used as a tremendous resource and gained an advantage against my opponent throughout my career. And I appreciate your sacrifice and commitment to me on the daily grind to allow me to go out there on Sunday and be the best on the field. To Bill Parcells, Wade Phillips, and Jason Garrett, I'm grateful for the impact and influence that you've had on my career. And I'll carry those lessons with me for the rest of my life. Coach Garrett, we bonded because of our love for this great game and the respect we have for it. For the past 11 years, you were never afraid to dial up that Y option on 3rd and 6. And keep it coming, baby. You had an unwavering belief in me the entire way. I simply say thank you. To the family of Jerry Jones, Mama Jean, you're the example of benevolence. Stephen, Karen, Charlotte, Shy, Jerry Jr., and Lori, as I've grown up here, the impact you've had on my family and me, I can't put into words what an honor it was to represent all of you on that field and off of it as well. Thank you. Jerry, you've always been a father figure in my life. From you, I even learned to never circumcise a mosquito.
Bust out the Miller Lite.
I referenced that the last few days have been challenging for me. And the hardest part of this decision was knowing that I would never be able to hand you that Lombardi trophy. When I told you back in 2006 that I would not let you down, I hope that in your eyes, I held up my end of the bargain. To my family, to my mom, my brothers, Sean and Ryan, we've came a long way, haven't we? Not bad for 3 kids from Elizabethton, Tennessee.
Is my phone ringing?
Turn the car lights on at night to throw the ball around. Mom would be begging us to come back inside. Thank you for your sacrifice. To my grandparents, Dave and Deanna, thank you for the example you set. No question I would not be on this stage today if it weren't for you. Pap, every Sunday, I try to make you proud. If I did that, I knew I was playing the right way. To my wife, Michelle, who's been with me every step of the way, out of all the big decisions I've made in my life, marrying you has been far away the best thing that has ever happened to me. Thank you for being our rock and all the sacrifices you make daily. I love you. To my children, CJ, Cooper, Landry, and Hadley, one of my greatest accomplishments is that I've had the opportunity to play long enough so that you all could experience this journey. It's my hope that the way that I played this game will be instilled in you and encourage you and help you to chase your own dreams. Being able to be the best father I can be to you is and will always be the greatest honor I could ever receive. I love you guys. And lastly, to all the young players and coaches out there, I hope that I showed to you that yes, you can do things the right way. Be a leader in your community, be a gentleman, hand the ball to the official after you score a touchdown, and show good sportsmanship. And still be a really good football player. Somewhere along the way, and this is so easy to get lost, we're all focused on results, and they are important. But what you learn as you get older is that the journey is the reward. If I've learned anything along the way in the last 15 years, it's that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people won't forget how you made them feel.
Hey, Tara, can you bring me your phone real quick?
Because we want to leave a positive legacy in our wake. That is certainly what I try to do during my time with this organization. I'll leave you with this. There aren't many decisions that come without absolute certainty. But I can tell you one thing that is certain. Put on that white jersey, that silver helmet with the Navy star, seeing your name on the back of the jersey, and running on that field as a member of America's team. It brings a certainty of pride and honor.
Hey, I'm over here watching the press conference for Jason Witten because he's retiring. It's like my favorite player. It should be over in just a couple minutes, then I'll head straight over there. All right, look at that.